Very good. Thank you for asking.
Where you guys are from?
We're from Costa Rica. What about you?
Oh, I'm from New York City.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
What do you talk about?
We are here just for the chat. We're bored.
Oh. Well, I'm a clinical psychologist, and I talk about relationship.
I need that, please.
She recently broke up with her boyfriend.
But he stalks me like a lot.
Really
Que-
hard.
Question is, did you break up with him or he broke up with you?
I broke up with him
And why did you do that?
because he was like he controlled me a lot.
He was toxic.
Well, it's two different things. Toxic and controlling. They're not the same. So which one do you think he was more?
Control.
Toxic or
He
controlling?
controlled me.
Okay. And do you believe he had a bad intent when he was controlling?
Mm, I don't know. I think no, but I didn't like that. So, but I was with him like 5 years. I can't handle more, so I broke up with him.
I see. And how he became different from the time when you met him until you decided to break off with him.
What?
Como que cuando cambió, cuando cambió su forma de ser.
I don't know. I just wanted to. I didn't want anything, so that's why I broke up with him.
Well, you said you met him 5 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there was something in him that you did like at first.
Obviously, but he controlled me a lot, so I can't. I didn't like him more, so that's why.
Okay.
Pero como desde un principio, o fue después de cierto tiempo.
No, todo el tiempo.
And when you say controlling, was he controlling to bring something better in a relationship or he was controlling to destroy it?
I don't know. I just didn't like that. That's it.
It's because he doesn't let her go out at parties
Like experience,
or talk with
um,
another people,
guys.
another guy. Sorry, and I don't know, like
He
was
just was a controlling person. That's it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Would you feel comfortable if he goes out with other girls?
But I didn't go out, so
with other guys. He like she was hanging up with me, and I'm her cousin,
and
and
he was like
he didn't
still
like
texting
him.
me what I'm doing with her, and even with girls. I mean,
But you still didn't answer my question. And my question was, if he started to go out with girls, especially attractive girls, how would you feel?
I don't know.
Well, guess.
Let me
Imagine.
no. Can we change the thing? Wait.
Like I think that if he gives me the confidence to trust in him, I will be like okay. But he didn't give her the chance. He didn't let her to give that confidence to him.
Well, let me ask you a question. Well, first of all, what's your name? How can I call you?
Jimena.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Mena.
Mena? Okay. Would you mind to slide in a little bit? I can only see you like this.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks, appreciate it. Uh, are you in a relationship right
No.
now?
Me?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Have you ever been in a relationship?
Yes, I have been, and I it was in like it in a bad way.
Okay. And why would you call it a bad relationship?
In a like because he like tell
Ya,
me
no le
that
voy a
he's
decir a mi
gonna
mamá.
kill me.
He was gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Was he joking?
No, she need to like put an order like to be
away,
far away
stay
for
away
her.
from me.
Oh, from court?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Le voy a decir a mi mamá, la verdad.
I still like do some stuffs of that procedure in like in court.
In what situations was he telling you that he was gonna kill you? Why would he say something like that?
because I was going out, even if we already break up.
Hmm. And he was still going after you?
Yeah,
And how long you guys been together?
like 10 months.
10 months?
Yeah,
Okay. And why did you decide to break up with him?
I didn't break up with him. He broke up with me.
Okay. Did he tell you why?
Yeah, because I was childish and it doesn't like he doesn't want to come and visit me. Like I'm so much effort and like I am not a good person in a relationship.
Hmm. And do you see yourself as a childish person?
No, I think that I am like for my age, I am very mature. Like
And,
Yeah,
I am okay.
and,
she's a very good person.
and how old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay. And what about yourself?
What about me? I
H-
lost as I was.
No, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh, okay. And if you are meeting a guy, first time, you met in person, I guess a first date, you're obviously sitting and talking and trying to find out more about each other, asking questions, what you might like, what I might like, anything, I guess, to try to connect to each other on some level. And it starts more on a primitive level, like you might like some type of music, maybe there is something about the food that we like together, or something that we don't like together. But then it becomes, as we get deeper into our relationship, it becomes, the conversation becomes deeper and deeper, and we not only asking each other about basic stuff, but more about how we see the world, how we see the relationship, how we see men and women, how men and women are different and how we're the same.
Hmm.
I'm sure there are always red flags and green flags. Would you mind each one of you to describe, preferably in detail, what are the green flags to you from a guy, and what are the red flags from a guy?
I think green flags are that they respect us and like her mother, because I think that how they treat her mother is how they can treat women. I don't know. I think that respectful of that we can trust in them in any way, and I don't know that makes love everyone, and yeah,
And what are the red flags?
that he could be I don't know, controlling person, and that he's like that person that sometimes treats you right and then he treats you bad, but it's our fault or something like that. I don't know how to explain that.
Like he's the victim all the time.
Yes,
And
or
and what
yeah.
about yourself? What red flags and what green flags would you say that are important to you? What do you see?
In like in me.
Well, no, when you start talking to a guy and you
Okay.
and you try to learn more about him, what are the green flags and what are the red flags?
A red flag is that he start talking about sexual things at the first time we met or something like that.
Like what?
Sexual things.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. For me, I think like green flags are that he's like he pulls the chair for me to sit in. He respect me. He take care of me, like not in the invasive way, not just like in the like I care for you and I'm gonna do this for you because I love you. I don't know. Um, maybe we have a good communication. That's important to me. What else? What else? I think that A red flag maybe could be like he was talking with another person while he was meeting me. Like I don't know how to explain it in a specific way. Uh, like he treats me right, he treats me wrong, like she said. Maybe a red flag could be like he doesn't want to put the effort to see me, to talk to me, to get time for me. I don't know,
Like her ex.
like my ex. Yeah.
You know what? One of the red flags for me, besides the obvious, somebody not showing up to date or just running really late without calling, um, or anything obvious. To me, one of the red flags is when somebody I'm talking to compares me,
Yeah.
and not only in negative way, but even if I'm being compared to somebody in a positive way, I still think that's completely inappropriate. Because let's say if I'm talking to a woman who was married before, and she likes me, and she kind of lets me know, hey, I like you, you know I like to continue dating you, talking to you, and I start talking about something, and she says, oh, I'm surprised that you like it, because my ex-husband hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Or that I'm doing something, maybe I'm better at fixing cars, and she kind of gives me a compliment. Maybe she thinks it's a compliment. She says, "Oh, my husband knew nothing about cars, but you so good with your hands." Even that I completely do not like. Even if I'm being compared to in a positive way, to me that's inappropriate. You can only compare me to me.
Yeah.
If I let's say let's say I start dating you, one of you, and we date for a while, and maybe we start living together. Like I personally like to give massage, right? And let's say 2 3 times a week I massage you back, and you like it. And then in a while, because you tell me like, hey, this spot don't touch, but this spot maybe it hurts. Try to work on it, and I learn more about your body. And after a while, you say, hey, I really like your progress. How at first you really didn't know what I liked.
Yeah,
But,
but that's like to you and for you, no to
right,
other
you
person.
comparing me with me. Or if you don't like something, maybe you would say, hey, when we first met, you used to write me a, a poems about love, but you don't do it anymore. That's fine. I might not like it, but it's appropriate when it's pulled in the proper time, because you only compare me with me. But anytime you bring another person into a comparison, whether good or bad,
I agree with
no,
you.
no
I
bueno.
I agree too.
So that's important to me. And like you said, spending time with one another. And trust me, if somebody likes you, if somebody really finds you attractive and wants to be with you, unless they are in the hospital or something drastic happened to them, especially if they have little children, sometimes children may get sick and all that. But generally, if somebody wants to be with you,
They
they
will do
will
it.
f- they will find time
Up.
to spend with you. Even if
Mhm.
you live in the different cities, you might not have a lot of money. Let's say I don't have a money for a ticket, and I would be honest with you. I'd say, you know what? I really wish you were here right now, but I'm in a bad financial spot. I cannot just go out and buy a ticket. What can we do? What are the options? Because
Mhm.
I want to spend time with you. You're important in my life. I just can't afford it. Maybe
Mhm.
you'll turn around and say, hey, on my credit card, I have some points left or something. Hey, let me shoot you a ticket or I'll buy a ticket wherever. Or we'll meet in the middle and ride
Mhm.
our bicycles to the middle. But both of you will make effort to meet. So if somebody constantly gives like, hey, I'm busy today, I'm busy tomorrow, and next week I'm busy, they just don't want to be with you.
Yeah.
And even if somebody is actually busy, you'll understand that, like, hey, especially like you girls are young. You're probably not gonna date anybody who already has a bunch of kids. But let's say in my dating world, I'm gonna be probably date somebody who might have a child or two or three. So they're
Mhm.
gonna say, hey, my children are sick today. They in school, they constantly catch something, a cold. Maybe, I don't know. I'll leave my kids on the second floor and you come to the first floor, just don't go on the second floor so you don't catch anything. But if you two want to be with one another, you'll deliver that message.
Mhm.
I hope I'm making some sense to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
you're doing it. You're doing it.
So you have to, in a relationship, you have to build boundaries.
Yeah.
It's like a country, it has borders.
Mhm.
Because if it has no borders, then it's not a country. The same with the relationship. You have to build boundaries for yourself. First, you gotta build boundaries for yourself, and you cannot step out of the boundaries. But also, if your significant other or hope to be one steps out of those boundaries, you let them know, like, hey, this is not really appropriate for me.
Mhm.
But you gotta do it clear. Don't just like, maybe. You
Have a
have
good
to make it,
communication.
huh?
Have a good communication. Like
Yes.
I don't like this because this, and this.
And if they don't wanna listen, if they just, you tell them, I don't like this, and they say, okay, no problem. They don't change. You tell them second time, they're like, oh, okay, and they don't change.
That's
That's
what
it.
happened. That's what that happened with my ex.
It will not change. If you let them know that something is not appropriate to you and they keep on doing it, that's what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
You will never think, hey, maybe if we get married, maybe he'll be better. Or if we have a child, he'll be better. No.
Mhm.
And it goes either way for guys and for girls. There
Yeah.
are there are a
Both.
lot of knucklehead girls, there are a lot of knucklehead guys,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Thanks for your or chat.
Not a problem. I wish you my best. I hope you find a true love.
Thank
And mucho gracias por la conversación.
Gracias a
Thank
usted.
you.
Thank you.
Buenas noches.
Have a
Bye.
good night.
Bye bye.